Hi and welcome to Westpac London's end of day for Wednesday the 13th of July. Slightly better day today in terms of risk markets. We didn't have any real new news out of Europe, nothing positive or negative. Seemingly markets content just to give the EU guys some time for the summit on Friday and see what we get out of the bank stress test results also on Friday, and see what happens over the weekend, see if any resolution can be found. So in terms of equity markets, all markets were actually up today for once. FTSE just finishing up 0.8%. Euro Stoxx also up 0.6%. US markets also a lot better today. Currently, as I speak, up just about 1% in both the Dow and the S&P. Just boosted slightly by some of the comments that we had from Bernanke's semi-annual monetary policy testimony to the House of Representatives. Just turning to that, we did get confirmation from Bernanke then, just similar to what was touched upon in the minutes that were released from the last Fed meeting published overnight, that the Fed would probably be open to further monetary policy stimulus should economic conditions warrant. Now that was just briefly mentioned in the minutes. We got a little bit more information on that, going as far as to actually spell out a few of the policy measures that they might take, be it more communication on the balance sheet, how long they may keep rates low for an extended period for, whether they decide to cut interest rates on reserves, or possibly extending the maturity of the Fed's balance sheet. On the other hand, he did also run through the possible exit strategies that they're going to take. Fed seem to have reached consensus on what steps they're going to take when they do decide to remove the monetary policy stimulus in place at the moment. So very much looks at the moment that the Fed are in a kind of wait and see stance. It's not clear for them, I think, whether we're just currently in a soft patch and whether it is just transitory on the back of the supply chain disruptions in Japan, or whether it's on the back of the higher oil prices. But I think we'll get a clearer picture over the next 2-3 months. And I think until then, they're just probably going to be on hold for now and just keep their options open both ways. In terms of other data today, in the UK we had average earnings and the labour market data. Jobs claims up around 24,500. That's the fourth consecutive rise in that number, so not really looking too good for the labour market in the UK, especially as we just get these fiscal tightening measures coming through over the next few months. On a slightly brighter note, the unemployment rate was steady at 7.7 on the ILO measure in the 3 months to May. There was also a slight pickup in the average earnings, just up to 2.3%. Not going to be overly concerning to the Bank of England at this stage, but something that they'll definitely be keeping an eye on over the next few months. Wage pressures, obviously, second round effects from the elevated levels of CPI that we've had over the past 6 months. So just something to keep an eye on that front. In terms of some of the other markets, Aussie dollar had a better day, rebounding in line with the recovery in risk that we saw, up now again above 107. I think it's trading up about 107.60 at the moment. Similarly, commodity markets did quite well as well today. Gold prices still slightly concerned about what's going on in Europe. Another record high up at 15.80. Oil prices also up around $1, up at $97 a barrel. And copper just slightly flat on the day, up about $1 at 4.40. Yeah, and that's it from me, and see you tomorrow.